Landbank has always believed that in this country, we have to dream big. And so we learned to build something out of nothing, turning good into better, improving the quality of life for our people, and stretching our collective imagination as far as we can, so that we can keep in step with a brave new world and make our big dreams come true.
Good morning, Philippines! Good morning, world! It's November 26, Saturday morning. This is Angel Mia Sayon Ole, and you are watching MBC Daily Newscast. Allow me to introduce the following reporters: Banyares Rhea May, Dino J.M., Salamanque Christine Jane, Sada Omaria Concepcion, Vanguardia Rhea Joy, and yours truly, Angel Mia Sayon Ole. Again, I am Angel Mia Sayon Ole of MBC Newscast, reporting. For the headline, Landbank of the Philippines understanding its role and function. Objectives. At the end of the presentation, you should be able to examine Landbank as a universal bank with a social mission. Determine the bank's ownership structure and board of directors. Assess its products and services offered. Explain Landbank's role and contribution to the Philippine financial system and how it promotes sustainable development. In Julius Kagan's definition of universal banking, bank offers a wide range of comprehensive financial services, including those that are specifically geared toward retail, commercial, and investment services. As a universal bank with a social mission, Landbank endeavors to deliver quality financial and support services while promoting sustainable development. Landbank of the Philippines is a government-owned bank in the Philippines with a special focus on serving the needs of farmers and fishermen. It is a final institution that strikes a balance in fulfilling its social mandate of promoting countryside and development while remaining financially viable. The milestone in corporate existence of the Landbank of the Philippines. On the year 1963, the Republic Act No. 3844 or the Agricultural Land Reform Code was enacted. The Landbank of the Philippines was created to finance the acquisition and distribution of agricultural estates for division and resale to small landholders, as well as the purchase of the land holding by the agricultural lessee. 1965 is the adaptation of bylaws and created of Board of Trustees. It was also formed the Board of Trustees with the Secretary of Finance as chairman in 1966 and established the first organizational chart and manual of operation in 1965. On the year 1972, the Presidential Decree No. 27 or the Tenant Emancipation Act was signed by President Ferdinand Marcos. Emancipated all the tenant farmers working on private agricultural land devoted to rice and corn, whether working on landed estate or not. 1973, the Presidential Decree No. 251 or the Revitalizing Land Bank was signed. 1977, the reorganization was prepared by the President and transmitted to the Senate and the House of Representatives in Congress assembled. In the year 1982, the Executive Order No. 816 or the transfer of ACA to LBP was signed. ACA was abolished and its functions were transferred to LBP. On the year 1987, Executive Order No. 229 or the CARL as created the Presidential Agrarian Reform Council or the PARC as the highest policy-making and coordinating body of the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program to ensure timely and effective delivery of the necessary support services.
Hello everyone, I am Christine Jane Canlas-Salamanque of MBC Newscast reporting to continue the milestone in corporate existence of LBP on the year 1988, Republic Act 6657. CARL was passed to promote social justice and industrialization. 1990, Executive Order 405, CARP, was signed that transferred the primary responsibility of compensation for all land under CARP. 1995, Republic Act 7907 increased authorization capitalization to 9 billion pesos. 1995, Executive Order 267, CARL, was signed national government to issue agrarian reform, bound to use the LBP for land transfer payments. 1998, authorized capitalization increased to 25 billion by the Department of Finance and the President of the Philippines. 2013, the extension of Landbank Corporate Life, Republic Act 10374, Landbank Corporate Life was extended for 50 years from expiration of its original term. 2016, Executive Order 198, LBP to increase 25 billion to 200 billion. Republic Act 10878, support LBP agrarian reform. September 11, 2020, Republic Act 11494 was issued providing for COVID-19 response and recovery intervention and providing mechanism to accelerate the recovery. Mission and vision of Landbank Philippines. Being the ideal partner is the priority of Landbank. They also want to be known as the one leading providers of financial service in developing large employee base that successfully meet the needs of its client. In doing so, Landbank will have established itself as the leading universal bank that fosters growth, particularly in unserved and financial excluded regions by delivering cutting-edge financial service and product support by banking service platform. Core values of Landbank Philippines: excellent professionalism, social responsibility, and trust. The quality of being outstanding, setting your own high standard, ensuring that customer satisfaction. The action of individual must benefit the whole organization, which confident to their product and service provided by the Landbank. Ownership structure and board director. Government of the Philippines, 100% national government, 11.97 billion common share, specialized government bank with universal banking license. Because ownership structure have an impact on manager incentive and turn into effectiveness of the company, they have more important to corporate governance in the Philippines.
Maria Concepcion of MBC Newscast reporting. Now, let me introduce to you the Board of Directors of the Landbank of the Philippines. First is Benjamin E. Jokno, the current Secretary of the Department of Finance. Prior to his appointment as Fiscal Chief, he served as Governor of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Cecilia Cayoso Barromeo, the President and CEO of the Landbank of the Philippines, where she started her banking career 32 years ago. She holds the distinction of being President and Chief Executive Officer of two government financial institutions, the Development Bank and the Land Bank of the Philippines. Bienvenido F. Legesma, the Secretary Department of Labor and Employment. Ferdinand R. Marquez Jr., the Secretary Department of Agriculture. Under his leadership as Governor, Ilocos Norte saw significant expansion in rice and corn production as well as in livestock. He was branded as Rice Caesar as the province became rice self-sufficient. Conrado M. Estrella III, the Secretary Department of Agrarian Reform, a former House Deputy Speaker, appointed by President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., and now the next Secretary of the Department of Agrarian Reform. Director Virgilio de Vera Robes, the representative agrarian reform beneficiary sector, and the licensed real estate broker. He sits in the Land Bank Board as agrarian reform beneficiaries representative. Jaime Almeriales, the representative of Agrarian Reform Beneficiary Sector. He is a member of the Landbank Board representing Agrarian Reform Beneficiaries and also a member of the Agri-Social Concerns, Investment and Loan, and Corporate Governance Committees. Lastly, Nancy D. Irlanda, the representative private sector and the first female appointed independent director on the Landbank Board. For the products and services, firstly, deposit products. At Landbank, they offer you a variety of deposit options that help you manage and access your hard-earned money via US dollar savings account, ATM savings accounts, and many more. Over-the-counter and digital banking, whether in peso or in the foreign currency, a Landbank account is more than just kept safe but also grown. Secondly, e-banking products and services. The Landbank of the Philippines is urging its valued clients to utilize the bank's electronic and digital platforms to serve banking needs while the country is under a state of calamity due to the coronavirus disease or the COVID-19 pandemic. Likewise, the general public is urged to utilize Landbank's electronic channels to access secure and convenient banking services, which offer a wide array of services such as viewing of account balance, viewing of transaction history, and transferring of funds among others.
Hello everyone, I am Ray J. Vanguardia of MBC Newscast reporting to continue the products and services of Landbank. Agrarian Service. Landbank was designated as the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program financial intermediary with the responsibility of ensuring that the CARP's social justice objectives are prioritized among its priorities. Landbank was given primary responsibility for determining land valuation and compensation for all lands covered by CARP. Agrarian operation covered by the following: land transfer claim processing, land transfer payment, bond servicing transaction, bank transfer conversion, exchange and replacement, issuance of certificate of full payment, release of real estate mortgage, CFP, estate development planning. Loan products. Landbank assists you in meeting your agribusiness financial needs, whether it is for additional capital, increased production, or operational expansion. Loans product offer agricultural lending programs, Landbank in-house agricultural programs, salary loan, infrastructure development programs, agricultural lending programs in partnership with national government, housing and mortgage programs, program for partner financial institutions, business development, and entrepreneurial credit program. Foreign currency deposit unit products and services, a unit of a local bank branch of a foreign bank authorized by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas to conduct transaction in foreign currencies. FCDU products and services contains deposit transactions, withdrawal transactions, inward remittance. International trade services. The Landbank allows you to shop online, pay bills and purchase over the phone and buy mail worldwide. Under of international trade services are export, bills purchase, import, processing of import bills. Landbank support export and import business operations.
Hello everyone, this is Rayame Banyares of MBC Newscasting Report to continue the products and services. Investment. Investment banking deals primarily with raising money for companies, governments, and other entities. Investment banking activities include underwriting new debt and equity securities for all type of corporation. This includes trust accounts, institutional trust accounts, individual trust accounts, and investment management services or portfolio management. Ancillary products. An ancillary product is a product that is acquired as a bonus or add-on purchase when buying another product. This type of product is often offered as a bonus instead of reducing prices or offering discounts to incentivize customers to purchase the main product. This also includes deposit pickup services, payroll services, revenue collection arrangement, safety deposit box, dollar demand draft, manager's check, and Landbank gift check. Major role of Landbank on Philippines financial system. The first major role of LBP is that it is an official depository of government funds since majority of the capital is owned by the government. Next role is Landbank aims to fulfill its social mandate of promoting countryside development, helping spur credit activity and financial inclusivity. Next is the provision of credit assistance to small farmers and fisherfolks and ARBS. As a government financial institution, Landbank's mandate is to provide financial assistance and support services to its mandated and priority sectors. And those are small farmers and fishers, agrarian reform beneficiaries including their associations, agri and aqua businesses, and agri-aqua related projects of the local government's units, and government-owned and controlled corporation. For more than 5 decades, the bank has been promoting countryside development, servicing the financial requirements of the micro, small, and medium enterprises, countryside financial institution, and the other government institution. Lastly, it is an implementing agency of Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program, or also known as CARP. Through CARP, the government addresses key national goals. Those are the promotion of equity and social justice, food security, and poverty alleviation in the countryside.
Hello everyone, I am JM Dino of MBC Newscast reporting contribution. The Landbank of the Philippines is a government financial institution that strikes a balance in fulfilling its social mandate of promoting countryside development while remaining financially viable. Landbank provides for the professional development and care of our human capital. We encourage growth by providing capability building programs and granting every employee access to fair and equal opportunities for training and development. The bank also boosts national government priority programs encouraging economic growth in sectors: micro, small, and medium enterprises, communications, transportations, housing, education, healthcare, environment-related projects, tourism, and utilities. Among others, the institution also significantly contributes to the national coffers, remitting cash dividends from its net income, which forms part of Landbank support to the government's revenue generation efforts. As an official depository of government funds and with the social mandate to spur countryside development, Landbank's corporate governance is expected to adhere to the most stringent measures. Its strongly guided governance framework and structure are consistent with its long-term institutional goals, with particular emphasis on promoting inclusive growth. These are all the references that we gather as the source of information to conduct this presentation about Landbank of the Philippines. It's been a pleasure being with all of you today. Thank you. Again, this is JM Dino of MBC Newscast reporting.
For the acknowledgement, the Landbank researchers would like to express the special appreciation and thanks to Professor Lawrence Pope, who have been a tremendous mentor. We would like to thank you for encouraging and for allowing us to grow as a student. Your advice on both research as well as in our career have been invaluable. Thank you so much. Again, this is MBC Newscast, serving you the newest and the hottest news of the hour. Thank you so much, everyone.